more on the Nigerian government reaction to the decision of the British government. We're joined from London by Nigeria's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Sarafa Tunji Isola. High Commissioner, glad to have you join us on Newsnight on Arise News. Let's start immediately this way. You say UK's adding Nigeria to the COVID red list is wrong, it's panicky, is unscientific. How unscientific is this, and in what ways will this decision by the UK government hamper or impact UK-Nigeria relationship?
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. I actually listened to the health secretary make the statement, and the statement he made was the fact that about 221 Omicron cases were traced to travel from Nigeria. To me, that's not any scientific evidence. This COVID is being managed by the World Health Organization because it's a pandemic. We are not dealing with an endemic that is peculiar to particular countries. It's a global thing. And, I must say that during the first wave and the second wave, in spite of the deaths all over the world, Nigeria was able to manage COVID to the extent that for a country of 200 million population, and we only had over 200 cases and deaths of about 3,000. So, the NCDC that is Nigeria, the Nigeria Disease Control, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, actually managed the situation to the extent that we got commendation from the UN in the way the COVID first variant and the second variant were managed by Nigeria. So it's been something that all Nigerians are quite enraged. If we didn't come on the red list during the first and second wave, why should we come on account of 3 Omicron variant tested in Nigeria? We only have three people, and these 3 people are travelers to Nigeria. So this is not acceptable, and that's why we've been making it very clear that we align with the position of the Secretary General that this is travel apartheid, because there was no basis of it. When South Africa discovered this variant, the Medical Association of South Africa very clear about this issue. They did say that Omicron is a mild variant with no hospitalization and no death, which is quite unlike the Delta variant, which was the 3rd variant. Because the argument now is that UK took this decision because government was blamed by not taking earlier decision on the issue of Delta variant. Delta variant happened to be a deadly one. There's no scientific evidence as of today to show that the Omicron variant is dangerous to the society. So, and I learned that the issue now is taking 3 weeks for British scientists to study the Omicron variant. Since it's a pandemic, it is the World Health Organization that coordinates the scientific investigation of these variants all over the world, because it's a variant that is present in almost how many countries as of today. So it has to be addressed in a pandemic way, such that there will be collaboration from various countries of the world. It can't be a question of a country singling out the issue of investigation, because this is, like I said, it's a global thing.
If I may
the best thing to do is to...
Yes, if I may comment, Nigeria really has expressed anger, and Nigerians too. Beyond these expressions of anger, has Nigeria made a formal complaint to the UK authorities? What's the response, if there's been any formal complaint? And of course, one can only imagine that Nigerians who have to pay £2,000, spend 10 days in a hotel quarantine would be equally very outraged. What help are you providing Nigerians? Are you engaging them in any way? What kind of assistance are you providing them?
Well, the issue at stake has to do with discussion with the host government. That will obviously take place during the week. So the way the red list operation goes is such that it's not acceptable to many Nigerians, and that's why I'm told today on a flight on Virgin Atlantic flight from Lagos today, only 24 people were on that flight with one infant. That's the position, because an average Nigerian does not believe that we deserve it, and I'm sure many of them would not subject themselves to such.
Was whether a formal complaint has been made to the UK government. What's the response if there's been any formal complaint?
I mean, the travel ban came Saturday night. Today is the first working day, and I can assure you, before the end of the week, we will engage with the host authorities.
You definitely, I mean, I was listening to you on BBC a while ago. You expect a reversal, that the UK government will rescind this decision. Do you see that happening? And if it doesn't, what next for Nigeria? You didn't answer my first question, which is, how does this impact the UK-Nigeria relationship? Take those two questions in your stride, High Commissioner. Oh, well,
I can't hear you.
Okay, let me repeat the question. I was saying you expect a reversal. In the event it doesn't happen, what next line of action will Nigeria take? And then my first question, how does this impact the relationship between the UK and Nigeria?
Well, let me first of all talk about the impact. You know, the ties between Nigeria and Britain dates back to more than 1 century. And this relationship has not, I mean, it's not where it should be. And we're just making effort to deepen the relationship before this issue of ban, came up. And I have no doubt in my mind, I don't even want to think that there won't be a reconsideration of this issue. I have no doubt in my mind that with the position that we are taking, we will have to dialogue at the end of the day to come to a compromise on this issue.
Question. About in the event that a reversal, I mean, you're believing that they'll reverse it, but in the event UK doesn't reverse this decision, what next line of action for Nigeria?
Well, yes, when that happens, we'll go on the drawing table as federal government of Nigeria, and we'll be able to take the next position. So it will not be right to start anticipating such at this moment.
Okay, so what impact is this likely to have on Nigerians if this ban is not, lifted sooner rather than later? And do you think this whole COVID thing is being politicized? What are the implications of countries working, selectively instead of approaching this pandemic as a global issue?
Well, the position of Nigeria is that this pandemic is a global issue, and that the whole countries, the countries of the world must come together to, work together, and make sure that we are able to, to resolve this issue in such a way that the world will be safe for everybody. like I keep on saying, this virus did not emanate from Africa. So it was brought to Africa. And the issue of vaccination, I'm going to use this opportunity to appeal that vaccines must be made available. Even when African countries do want to purchase vaccines, they are not available. In addition, I strongly believe that scientists should not relent in their efforts by collaborating with one another to be able to come to terms with the fourth variant, so that the fourth variant would not develop into something that will be catastrophic to the world, like the first, second, and the third variants.
All right, let's look at how this ban can possibly affect the economy of Nigeria. As you know, lots of people who live in diaspora use this period, December period, to return home, and quite a lot of spending goes with it. So how will it impact on the economy of Nigeria and, of course, the economy of individuals as well?
Well, the issue of this ban has its economic dimension, it has political dimension, it has so many dimensions. And this is being discussed, within the Nigerian government. And like I assure you, before the end of the week, we will engage with the host authorities. And we are quite hopeful that we'll come to amicable resolution of this issue.
Know exactly what options you're likely to take in the event, that it's not reversed. And, well, it's not only the UK that seems to be discriminating or deploying, apartheid measures towards Nigeria. Canada won't even accept Nigeria's COVID tests. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I've been restricting myself to the issue of United Kingdom. And I think other government officials that are responsible for such will also be able to answer that question. I've restricted my issue to that of United Kingdom. And you quite agree with me that the relationship between Nigeria and Britain cannot be compared with the relationship with any other country in the world. Britain happened to be the colonial master before our independence, and the relationship has dated to over a century. And the historical ties, the social connection, and so many things that connect us together is such that we expect that this kind of decision, that Nigeria does not really deserve it. What we will have expected was an engagement with our Federal Ministry of Health and discussions. Then if satisfactory response is not received, then you can consider other options. But this was never done. And that's an issue that we are really talking about at the moment.
All right, before we let you go, High Commissioner, some have made travel plans, even maybe in the medical profession, who have to travel back if they're in Nigeria. Now, let's talk about that. And when you say anger of 200 million Nigerians, what has that got to do with anything?
Yes, it's got a lot, because the kind of diplomacy that I believe we should encourage is about people to people. You recall vividly when Queen visited Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians waited in the sun 4 hours just to have a wave at the Queen. That's about people to people relationship. The kind of bonding that was built then. It's such that I believe that we still need to deepen as of today, because the bonding now happen to be not as it was then. So people-to-people relationship matter than even government-to-government relationship. You and I know that government come, government go. but the people remain. So, I mean, this people-to-people relationship will be promoted along the line of culture, along the line of sports, along education, and other, issues. But when you have a situation whereby Nigerians believe that they have been unfairly treated, 200 million people, I mean, that's very key. And the Nigerians are unanimous on this, on the rejection of this decision.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. High Commissioner Sarafa Tunji Isola, Nigeria's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for joining us.